Welcome back, Twisters. Nick here, and today I'm going to be ranking the NHL jerseys that were worn by Jaromir Jagr. So I have 28 jerseys to rank here because Jags, as we know, played 27 years in the National Hockey League, played in a lot of other leagues after and during that as well. He started, of course, with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and then he went on to a lot of teams in the Northeast here. So he played with the Capitals, the Rangers, the Flyers, briefly with the Dallas Stars, the Boston Bruins briefly as well, along with the New Jersey Devils, the Florida Panthers, and the Calgary Flames. And look at Jagr's accolades, guys. In 27 seasons, he was an All-Star 8 times, 5 times the Art Ross winner, 3 times the Pearson Award winner, which is the Ted Lindsay now, 2016 Masterton winner, 2-time Stanley Cup champion coming in his first 2 seasons with Mario Lemieux, of course, and in 1,733 games played, he had 766 goals, 1,155 assists for 1,921 points. Pretty redonkulous, guys. All right, so this is completely subjective. Let's dive into this, guys, and if you're ready to have some fun, leave a like and let me know which jerseys are your favorite in the comments. Okay, so we're going to start this off with the 2 jerseys that he wore with the Dallas Stars. So we're going to start with the white one first because this is not really an NHL jersey. It's just a letter mark with the numbers on the front, something that I'm not a fan of. I don't care which team you are. There's only one team that I want to see text on the front of their jersey, and that's the New York Rangers for the most part. So that's why this jersey is in last place for me. And at number 27, no surprise, I have the black jersey from that era as well. Just black is a little bit more fun to look at than a white jersey, I suppose, but there really isn't a difference between the two of these. So 28 and 27. Number 26 is the Vegas Gold alternate that the Penguins had in 2000. I just never liked this shade of, I don't know what to call it, gold, I guess. But yeah, the cropping at the bottom is a little awkward as well. I never was a fan of the sleeves for the most part either, and this never really got better in the Crosby era as we moved into Reebok, so never was a fan of this one. You will see some Pittsburgh jerseys at the bottom here, but don't worry, I do have a couple that are ranked higher up, absolutely. Number 25, I have this Devils Stadium Series jersey from 2014. This one, I don't hate it so much, but I just don't like you can't really tell, but the shoulders and the armbands are green. I do like the reverse retro quite a bit, and when the team wore this in the 80s and early 90s in white, was a fan of the white version, of course, right there. So wasn't a huge fan of this one in particular. At number 24, I have the lettermark Pittsburgh Penguins jersey, which came a few years into his career right there. Not a terrible jersey, just again, I'm not a huge fan of word marks unless it's, there are a couple instances out there where I do like those, but compared to other Penguins jerseys that were being worn around that time, that's why I've got this one toward the bottom right here, but not a bad jersey. At number 23, I have the white version of the Florida Panthers jersey that Jagr wore his first season right there. Again, we're kind of in the okay jersey category right here. This one's fine, but I don't like how there's not really much going on at the bottom of the jersey, and kind of those arm stripes that are on part of the sleeve, but not all of it. A little bit awkward to me, but overall, it's okay. I just think that there are plenty that are better on this list. At number 22, we have the white version of the Robo Penguin, and this one to me, it doesn't have as much character as the black one does. We'll get to that one soon enough, I suppose. And I don't like the fin sort of cut, the fin design on the shoulders right there. That to me is just kind of awkward. Overall, though, the other elements of the jersey are okay. It is kind of difficult, in my opinion, to make a good white jersey for a team with black and yellow as their main colors. So this one's okay. Now to number 21, and I have the Washington Capitals Capitol Building jersey. For me, I never liked this color scheme. With the Capitals, I think of them as, just red, white, and blue, like the other teams would be for Washington, although I do know that, of course, during the 90s, they weren't the only Washington team wearing those colors. I'm just not a fan of that bronze. It's just, I don't know, it's a little awkward for me when it comes to, something that's supposed to be symbolic of the nation's capital right there, and I never, ever liked that font, the lettering. I despise it. Otherwise, I would have this jersey a couple spots higher. At number 20, we have the white New Jersey Devils. And this one, to me, it's a clean jersey, but the reason why it's not as high is that it doesn't really have that much character. When you have a simple logo and a simple design, I don't like that much. You take something like the Chicago Blackhawks where they have a complex logo with a simple design, I think that works pretty well. And then inverse that, a simple logo with a complex jersey design I think can work fairly well as well. But this one's still okay. At number 19, I have the white Flyers jersey, and depending on the day, I might actually rank this a little bit higher than the orange Flyers jersey. The reason why I don't have it super high is because I've never been a fan of that arm design with that swooshing orange mark on this away jersey, and similarly on the home jersey. I really like the nameplate though and the numbers on the back, but I don't like the way that that swoosh design is with the numbers on the sleeves. So that's why I have it where I do. But I am a fan of the Flyers logo quite a bit. At number 18, I have the white Boston Bruins jersey. So this, to me, the design of it's pretty good. The only thing I really don't like are the numbers. Other than that, though, I think the other elements work together pretty well. It's a straightforward, good-looking jersey design right here. And yeah, so we're kind of in the good category, I suppose. Next up, I have the red Panthers jersey that he wore in his first year. This is still, of course, in the Reebok era. And this one I do like. I like the red base, and of course the top of the sleeves there in navy I think looks good. I like the shoulder logos. Those are pretty fun. So overall, this is pretty good. Again, there's nothing going on with the bottom of the jersey. You got those kind of awkward stripes on the sleeve there, but otherwise a very nice looking sweater, I gotta say. At number 16, I have the Flyers orange jersey. This is a very iconic, good-looking jersey for the most part. Not a huge fan of the design, but overall, I love the orange. I love the way that the logo looks against it, and the numbers on the back look very nice as well. Number 15, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins classic white jersey from the Lemieux era right here. I think that looks only better as we get into the Adidas era. So this to me is very solid. It's a good looking jersey. I think that the design of it is pretty good, and it works with the color scheme. And yeah, just overall a good looking sweater. The black one will of course be ranked higher up. At number 14, I have the Bruins black jersey, and this is another good looking jersey out there. I think it's the numbers, again, to me, I do not like particularly. I really like the shoulder logos, and the striping on the arms and on the waist are great to me. So a very good jersey overall. Again, I would just change the numbers a little bit, and I don't like the white on the shoulder yoke. I don't think you need that. Number 13, I got the Screaming Eagle white jersey. I think I might like this one more than the blue one, or the cerulean, I should say, in the late 1990s right there. The logo, by the way, I say right there a whole lot apparently. Okay, we got the Screaming Eagle as the main crest with those bronze stars. Actually, that does look pretty good on this jersey. Again, just don't like the wonky font. Shoulder logo looks pretty good with the Capitol building. Overall, a good looking jersey, but I do think it's a little overrated. The reverse retro, though, looks pretty smoking hot. So, number 12, we've got the black Robo Penguin. And again, you've got that weird, awkward design on the shoulders right there. But I just really like the character of this jersey. It's kind of a hodgepodge. It's kind of a hot mess. But somehow, I mean, it just really stands out on its own, for better or worse. But I think overall, this is still a great looking sweater to reminisce over. I love just how random it is with the gray striping on one side of the chest, and then you have the gradient there. Just there's so much going on here, but again, nobody else had anything like that at the time so much. So I decided to put it at number 12. Number 11, classic Rangers Statue of Liberty design here. Again, I've talked about this before with Wayne Gretzky because he played for the Rangers as well. I just never was a fan of the bottom of those sleeves with that silver stripe at the bottom and then the red. I think of, the Rangers as a royal blue team and not a navy blue team, but the way that the logo looks against the navy is fan-freaking-tastic. And I do like the numbering on this jersey as well. So there are a couple things I don't like, but there are a couple of elements with this jersey that I absolutely love. Okay, now into the top 10, and I have the Calgary Flames white jersey. I know that they're using the retro jerseys right now, and I really like those. I do prefer them over these, but I think the Calgary's jerseys just before that, I thought those were really, really great. I don't mind the sides of the jersey right there. I think that they look better than how they did earlier on in the Reebok era. So once Jagr was in Adidas, the Flames were looking great in my opinion. And I also really just happened to like that color scheme of red, yellow, and black. Only the Canucks were doing that for a little bit of time. And I, of course, appreciate the two shoulder logos for the Canadian flag and the provincial flag of Alberta. Number 9, the classic Rangers Royal Blue lettermark jersey. This is just something that I don't get tired of seeing, honestly. I think it's a lovely jersey. Striping looks fairly good for the most part. Again, royal blue, white, red. There's good contrast there. I don't mind the lettermark for the Rangers. You got that stroke around the font. And of course, the arched font on the back looks pretty good too. So a classic jersey, and something I hope never changes, honestly. Number 8, this is a jersey that I'm certainly a fan of. Maybe my favorite Bruins jersey of all time. It's the 2008 Reebok Alternate. I love the logo. It's excellent. I love how it actually uses a mascot there. And I like how they have the spoked B logo on the shoulders. I love a symmetrical logo on the shoulders very much, whether that's a circle or another shape. I think the striping on the arms is really nice too. The only thing for me that is a miss is that the bottom of the jersey has nothing going on. If there was a little bit of a yellow stripe there, then this jersey for me is like a 9 out of 10. Number 7, we got the classic red and black Devils jersey. And this to me, it's, even though I mentioned that the white jersey wasn't quite as good, I somehow think this works a little bit better. It might be because you have red as the primary color and then the black shoulders, whereas the away jersey had the white primary color and the black shoulders. I think if it had red shoulders, that might actually be a little bit more interesting. I've never seen a concept with that, I don't think, without introducing green. So great looking jersey right here. Never get tired of seeing this one, but I am lamenting that the Devils, they cut off the shoulders with the Adidas jersey. The crop shoulders to me is just, don't ask me about it anymore. Number 6, we've got the classic black and yellow Pittsburgh Penguins jersey right here, and it looks just as good in Adidas right now, if not better. It's just a great use of the color scheme in my opinion, and it has a couple of unique elements with how the sort of splotch of yellow is configured here for the numbers. You got the rounded shoulders, a couple of stripes on the arms right there, the black at the bottom. Just the composition of this is really nice and kind of reminds me of what Vegas eventually did for their jerseys, and I certainly appreciate those quite a bit, even though I'm a Sharks fan. Number 5, got the Florida Panthers white jersey in Adidas. Just absolutely beautiful. I love the numbers. The numbers to me stand out perhaps the most. I love the chest stripe like the Montreal Canadiens. Looks great there. The Florida Panthers logo, I know I had it ranked low in my logo rankings, but that was more objective, whereas subjectively, I do like it. So the overall composition of this looks wonderful. I love that arm emblem essentially right there. All the different little elements for this jersey fit together, I think, very nicely. And at number 4, I have the red version of this. So the white version is among the best in the NHL, and I think the red is certainly making a case for that as well. I just happen to like red or dark jerseys just a little bit more than white jerseys, although some teams do look better in white, but this one is fantastic. At number 3, I have the Flames. So again, getting into the Adidas era, Jagr played in the first year of the Adidas era in 2017, and this jersey, again, I think it looks terrific. That logo in black, it works for me, although I of course appreciate the retro look just a little bit more. But again, Calgary just making great use of their unique color scheme and a couple of great unique elements with the flags on the shoulders there. So that's why I've got it here. At number 2, I have one of my absolute favorites of all time, the Rangers white jersey. The shoulders here are so unique. I just wish they were rounded off, but you've got so much going on with that, and the arm and waist striping as well. Just good overall color contrast. And number 1, some of you might not recall this, but Jagr played in the 2012 Winter Classic, and this Flyers jersey is not only the best Flyers jersey of all time, I would say it's maybe my favorite jersey worn by a team in the Eastern time zone of all time. Or it's certainly making a case. Not the Quebec Nordiques, okay, that tops it. But this 2012 Winter Classic to me is a thing of beauty, and Kale, if you're watching, you know just how lovely this jersey really is. It's just yet to grow on you, and it's grown on me quite a bit. But right from the start, I did like it. Just again, that logo, one of the best ever in the NHL. The off-white, I think actually works really well right here. The sort of like orange and cream, and even the black, I think kind of fits with it too. It's pretty unique. I wish the Flyers would go with something like this full-time, even if they were to experiment with substituting the cream white for just a stark white right there. Damn it, I said it again. And I just love this jersey so much. I think the striping, the composition of this is wonderful. I love the rounded shoulders. You don't have any awkward swoopy designs on the arms whatsoever. And the numbers look excellent, absolutely excellent. And so does the nameplate too. So those are my rankings for Jaromir Jagr's NHL jerseys. I could have tried to fit in the other teams as well that he played for, but that would have taken so much time to find photos, and those jerseys have probably changed over time as well. But you guys let me know, what are your favorite Jagr jerseys from what I've shown you right here? Hope you enjoyed this video and give it a big thumbs up. Next up is going to be Teemu Selanne, and then we'll see if you guys have any further suggestions for other players I could feature in this series. So again, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already for more jersey talk. Check out the Twisted Wrister merch store. We have a giveaway going on toward the end of the month, and I'll catch you Twisters later for more jersey talk. Thanks so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm Nick. I'll catch you Twisters later. Arrivederci, ragazzi. Grazie mille.